Hi everyone, welcome back. So as you can see in the title, I'm going to tell you the story about a crazy GS lady. I don't know what happened that night, but yeah. So if you do not like the cut videos, I got them for social media. If you don't like the cut videos, then you can check out my YouTube, watch the full length video. It should be up right now. I'm gonna try to post that before I post this, so that the full thing is up already. But yeah, if you want to hear what happened at GS, stay tuned and keep watching. The story happened last year, so it's kind of recent, I guess. But the story started in Itaewon last year, and me and my friends, we wanted to go out in Itaewon. So it was me and then my French friend. She's part of the story, so like one of the main characters. So I'm gonna give her a name. Let's call her Angelica. So it was me, Angelica, and our other French friend, a guy, and another guy. He's from Switzerland. So it was the four of us, and we planned to go out in Itaewon. So we went to, I don't know, I guess a lounge bar. Sometimes I don't know if I should call it a bar or a club or like a bar club. So I'll just call it a lounge bar. I'm not going to say the name just in case. Not trying to dox anyone. But yeah, so we started off in Itaewon. We went to this lounge bar and then we got a bottle of champagne. And then yeah, we're just drinking and stuff, having a good time, listening to music and just whatever. So my friend Angelica, she gets a call. She gets a phone call and it's her friend in somewhere in Apgujeong. I think Apgujeong, Shinsa, I'm not sure. But anyway, so my friend gets a phone call and her friend is inviting her to like a small house party kind of thing. Like they rented a party room and then like they're drinking at the party room. So that's why I'm calling it kind of like a house party because anyway, so my friend, she asked us like, oh, would you guys want to go to this house party thing? It's in Apgujeong. I'll just say Apgujeong. But yeah, she's asking us, and then we're like, yeah, like why not? It sounds fine. We can like we're already drinking, so like we can just drink over there too and meet new people, blah blah blah. So my friend, I think she calls him back, and she's like, yeah, like my friends are fine to go. We can go, blah blah blah. Like, what's the information? Like, what time? Whatever. And then like when she gets off the phone, she's like, "Oh, we'll go soon." Like he ordered a taxi for us. So, we're just waiting for the taxi. And then when the when the taxi comes, then we can go to this party. So, anyway, so we finish our drinks and then we're waiting for the taxi to arrive. Like I have videos of us walking to the taxi. I have videos of like the party room, but I can't show them because I'm trying to hide people's identities. So yeah, so we walk out of this lounge bar to go to the taxi. And also I noticed that when I record these videos, I'm always looking to the side. I'm not looking at anyone or anything. I'm just like trying to remember the details and stuff. So also I think it's weird to just stare at the camera the whole time because I need to blink and I need to look over other places too. But anyway, so we leave the lounge bar. We're walking down the alley in Itaewon to go to the main street, and then we wait for the taxi. My friend, she knows the taxi number, like the license plate. So we're just like waiting for that number to arrive. It finally arrives, and then we get in the taxi to go to the house party, whatever, in Apgujeong. Yeah, that's what I said. Like in a taxi, we're just talking about stuff and just random stuff, catching up. Because our friend from Switzerland, he's just visiting, so we're like catching up, whatever. And then we ride the taxi, and then we arrive at the destination at the house party. So it's like I said, I think it's the party room. So we go inside the building, we go up the stairs. I forgot which floor it was on, but actually, this party room doesn't have a bathroom on the inside, so I remember having to go out of the room and like down one story to go to the bathroom. It's like one of those bathrooms like in between floors. But yeah, I just remember random thought that we left the door open so because we didn't know the code, so we just left the door open to like go back and forth to the bathroom. Anyway, so we go to the house party and then we meet the other people. It's like 5 Korean guys and they're already drinking. They have like some snacks, they have different bottles of stuff, some soju, some like other liquor, like strong stuff, stronger alcohol. So like we're drinking, we're like talking with the other people, blah blah blah. They're nice and like each person is like a different level of drunk. So some people were more drunk than others, but it was still a good time, just talking, having fun, listening to music, like requesting songs, putting songs on the playlist, stuff like that, like a normal house party. But yes, so at some point we need more mixers because like I said, there's different drinks, soju or other liquors, so we need more mixers and we also need some ice. So me and my friend Angelica and our other French friend, we decided, oh, let's go to the convenience store to get some ice and some mixers. And then like really close to this party room, there was a GS. It was literally like maybe less than a minute walk to the GS, but like I think further down, maybe like a 5 minute walk, there's a CU. But we're like, why would we go to CU when there's a GS right here? So we go to the GS and then we go inside, like everything's fine. We look around trying to find ice and trying to figure out what mixers we need because like different alcohol needs different mixers. You can't use the same mixer for each alcohol because sometimes different mixers taste better with certain drinks and stuff like that. If you don't drink, like that's why I'm mentioning that because some people don't drink, but or maybe some people don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so we're looking for ice and mixers, but we can't find the ice. So we're like, let's just go to the fridge, get some mixers. So I'm not sure exactly what we got. I don't even remember exactly what the other alcohol was. Like I know there was soju, but not sure what the other stuff was. So we could have gotten like energy drinks for Jack or something. I don't know. We ended up getting some mixers. Like I'm trying to remember how many bottles. I guess like at least 5 bottles of something to mix with the drinks in the party room. And then yeah, we're still looking for ice. Like we're walking around looking like in the vertical freezers and also like the I guess horizontal freezers. What are those called? The sliding I guess. Anyway, the freezers that are like not standing. What are these called? Deep freezers? I don't know. So we're also looking in those freezers, like looking around, like no frozen fruit, frozen foods. Oh, and then I noticed there's a bag of ice in one of the freezers. Like I don't even know. Anyway, it's not the standing freezer. It's like the one like you have to look down and slide it open. So I noticed there's a bag of ice in there. So I opened the freezer and I take it out. And I'm like looking at it. I was like, wait, this bag looks weird. It looks opened already. Like, why is this ice open already? Like, usually when you buy ice at the store, it's not open already. But so the freezer that we were at, it was right next to the cash register, like the counter. We were right next to there, and the freezer, the one I opened, I was like looking at the ice. Looks open, looks weird, but it's the only bag of ice in this whole GS. But my French friend, the guy, he grabs the ice and is like, well, I guess we need ice and this is the only ice. So, okay. But I was like, it looks weird. Like, it looked open. So, I don't know. We don't know. But we were like, we need ice. So, we're going to get ice. So, like, we walk around, like, we were kind of next to the counter. Well, we were next to the counter, but we walked around again just in case there was like other ice somewhere else. So like if the counter was here and the ice was here, counter and ice, we walked like all the way back around the store and we were on this side of the counter now. So this is the counter and we were here. And then when we were here, there was another freezer in the corner, like to the left of the entrance, full of ice. So we're like, oh, there's the ice. So my friend, I forgot who was holding that bag of ice. I don't know if it was Angelica or our other friend, but I think maybe at this point, Angelica had the ice. So she was holding the ice when she went to the ice freezer. I'm not sure why, but she was holding it. So she opens the freezer for the ice to get a new bag of ice because, like I said, the one that we found was weird and was kind of open. Like, what is that? So when she opened the freezer to get a new bag of ice, that's when the GS worker that was behind the counter this whole time, that's when the GS worker noticed that my friend had the open bag of ice. But we didn't know that she saw us or was paying attention to us. We didn't know that she saw us with that bag of ice until she started screaming at us. She was like, "What are you doing with that bag of ice? You're not supposed to have that ice. Give me that ice." Like, she was, I'm saying in English, but she was shouting in Korean, like, as if we were trying to steal something and like we did something wrong, but we didn't do anything wrong. We found a freezer. We were looking for ice. We saw ice in the freezer. We grabbed the ice. Oh, it looks weird, but this is the only bag of ice that we found, so let's just take it. So we went to the other freezer. Like, as soon as my friend was looking for a new bag of ice in that ice freezer, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to have that ice. Give me the ice back." And we were just looking at each other like, "Is she talking to us? Is she talking to us? Is she talking to us?" Just kidding. But yeah, so like we were looking at each other like what is going on? Like, is she going crazy about a bag of ice? Cause like we didn't really think about it like an open bag of ice. Like, is it her bag of ice? Is she like complaining because she's territorial about her bag of ice? Was that her bag of ice? Is that why this bag of ice was open? Is that why? Like, even if it was her personal bag of ice, like she could have been like, "Oh, like that ice isn't for sale. Like, that's actually my bag of ice. That's why it's open." Like, that's all she had to say. That's literally all she had to say. Like, oh, like, "Hey, just to let you know, like, that bag is my ice, so that's why it's open. So can you just like put it back in the freezer or give it to me? I'll put it back." That's all she had to say. But she was like, "That's my ice. That's my ice. Like, you're not supposed to have that bag of ice." But she wasn't doing the finger, but I'm just making more dramatic. But so when she started screaming at us about this bag of ice, my French friend, Angelica, I mentioned that she's French because she does not play. Like, if you talk to her sideways, yeah, she too can talk sideways back to you. So she closed the freezer and she looks over at the GS worker. She was like, "You don't need to talk to us like that." And I forgot what else she said, but basically, like, "You don't need to talk to us like that. Like, we were trying to buy ice and we found this bag of ice and now we found the other ice and you need to calm down," and stuff like that. And the GS worker was like, "Give it back, give it back. Like, it's not your," or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it was basically like, "That's not yours, it's mine, so give it back." But in the most rude way possible, the most random, like, if there's anything to fight about, it has to be about a bag of ice. Like, that's what we were confused about. It's just ice. Like, calm down, frozen water, you'll live, whatever. And we found the new ice anyway, so it's not like we're gonna take this random open bag of ice after finding the new bag of ice in the new freezer. Anyway, so my friend had to like talk to her a little bit, like, "You need to calm down, blah, 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 blah." So my friend, she opens the freezer again. She grabs ice, a new bag, and closes the freezer. So all three of us, we walk to the counter with this weird GS lady. I'll put her picture somewhere. I'm not sure if I'll put it here or on the wall behind me, the green screen. I don't know. But this is her. I have to blur out her face. And also, I have recorded a video of us in the GS, but because of voices and like other stuff, I'm not going to expose anyone. So I'll just put her picture. I'll blur her face, but just to show you that it was in GS worker right here. I probably put it here. Anyway, so we go to the counter. We put our stuff down. And then this lady still got an attitude like, blah, 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 foreigner this, foreigner that. And then we're just like, what is going on? All this because of a bag of ice. And all she had to say was, that's mine. Don't buy it. Like, get another one. But she just wanted to make it harder. And then my friend was like, I forgot, I can't remember everything that my friend was saying, but my friend was like, you need to calm down, blah, blah, blah. But this lady kept talking, like, she was scanning her items while she was talking. It's like, okay, you want to talk? You want to talk? But, yeah, so we paid. Even after we paid, like, the lady's still talking. And then my friend is like, blah, 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 just like, because, like I said, my friend, if you talk sideways to her, she ain't gonna let you talk sideways to her. So she gonna talk sideways to you. So at some point, this lady, the worker, was doing the most by just nonstop talking. So my friend, like, she took her phone out. She like, what's your manager's number? That sounds like the number one Karen phrase, but in this moment, my friend was not the Karen. Like, she was caring, but she was not Karen. But she took her phone out, like, what's your manager's number? Like, it was open to the phone, the dial, the buttons. She was like, what's your manager's number? Like, type it in. Type it in. But the worker, she wasn't like acknowledging that my friend was like trying to call her manager. So she wasn't even looking at the phone. She was just like, I don't know what she was doing behind the counter, but probably what she was doing when we first came in there, but I don't know what she was doing. But she wasn't looking at the phone. So she like looking down or something. So my friend, she took her phone, she put it on the counter. Because now you're looking down, so look down at the phone. So my friend was like, what's your manager's number? Like, put the number in, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm not sure exactly how long this interaction was from the freezer to us paying and stuff. I don't know. Because sometimes when you're in a situation, it seems really fast, but we don't know. It could have been longer, shorter, I don't know. But yeah, so my friend was like, call, like, put the number, your manager's number. But the worker wasn't listening or doing anything. And then a few seconds later, the worker was like, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call police. So the worker grabs her own phone, starts dialing number, and it's on the phone. Old school. So she's like, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember what she said. So my friend, she grabs her phone. She's like, oh, okay. You gonna call police? Okay, I'm gonna wait. She's like, I'm gonna wait and wait for the police to come. So while all this is happening, me and my friend, the other French guy, we're just standing to the side and we're just like, what's going on? Because we're not the type of people to like, oh no, I'm not the type of person to entertain like weird people. So yeah, my friend, like I said, talk to her like that, she gonna talk right back. But yeah, I'm not the type of person to entertain like weird or crazy people like that. So my friend was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for the police to come. I'm gonna wait. And then the GS worker, she moves from behind the counter to the other part. I guess she had to stock items or whatever. And she was like, so the entrance is here. When you walk in, the freezer was to the left, and then the counter was like near the freezer. And then like across from the entrance was where the GS worker was right now. In the picture I'm showing, or I showed, or whatever, it might still be on the screen. The picture I'm showing is like where I'm standing is like near the entrance and it's like directly across from me. So she was like putting items or stocking or whatever. So like my friend is like, okay, we're gonna wait for the police. Well, actually, she was gonna wait, but she told me and my friend to go back to the house party. And we're like, no, we can wait with you. Like, we're gonna wait. And then she's like, no, because the police are gonna come here and then they're just gonna see drunk foreigners and then they're gonna think that we're the problem when we are not the problem. It was this crazy GS lady. So we're like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, if you know Korean police, if you know, you know. But yeah, so we're like, yeah, that makes sense because that is true. If the police comes and they see 3 drunk foreigners, like we weren't even that drunk. I can't even speak. It sounds like I'm drunk now. Uh, I'm not. But we weren't even drunk. Like I told you, there were different levels of people drinking, like different levels of drunkenness, but we weren't even that drunk. We were maybe tipsy, but we knew that we were not in the wrong. But it did make sense when my friend was like, they're going to think we're all drunk foreigners, and they're going to take her side. So she was like, go back to the party. and I'll wait here for the police. So like when we're about to leave, I took that video. That's how I got this picture. Like I took this video right before I left. The lady, she was like, my friend was just like, you shouldn't talk to us like that, and you should just apologize, blah blah blah. And then the GS lady is like rolling her eyes, and then you know how like, I don't know, like if you're talking to someone and they're like in the wrong or something, and they do like that dumb laugh, like that's what she was doing. And we were walking out the store when all this was happening, so I have that video of that, but I cannot post it because of whatever voices, and the blurring might not blur enough. So anyway, so me and my friend, we go back to the party where our other friends are and the new people we met, the Korean guys. So we get there and they're like, "Where's Angelica?" So we tell them the story. This crazy lady got mad at us for taking a random bag of ice, and then she's calling the police. So yeah, Angelica's there waiting with the lady for the police. So all 5 Korean guys, they go to the GS. So it's just me, French friend, and the Swiss friend waiting. We're like, "Oh, what's gonna happen? Like, what's happening?" So like fast forward, I'm not even sure, maybe 10 minutes. 10 minutes go by. They come back. Angelica and the 5 Korean guys, they come back, and we're like, "What happened? Like, what did the police say? What happened? Blah blah blah." And they were like, so the 5 Korean guys, they went to the GS, and Angelica was there with the worker, and then they were like, "What is going on?" And then I guess Angelica told them what was going on, and then everyone's waiting for the police. TikTok, TikTok, where's the police? Hello, I ain't got to watch, but TikTok, hello, where's the police? Like, it was taking so long that one of the Korean guys, they called the police. They dialed the police. Hello. Um, so did this GS lady call you? Like, she said she called you and we're still here at GS waiting. Guess what the police said? They were like, no one called us. Like, we didn't receive a call about anything. Hang up. So this GS worker was lying. I guess just to make us leave the store, she's lying that she called the police because she didn't want to give my friend her manager's number. When all this was her fault, like over a bag of ice. So anyway, so remember in the story when I was like, she kept saying foreigner this, foreigner that. The Korean guys, I guess, I don't know, I guess Koreans can tell if you're not Korean. And guess what? This girl wasn't even Korean. She was Chinese. That's what they said. And they were like, why would she even talk about foreigners when she's a foreigner herself? Like, that doesn't make sense. But anyway, so that's the end of the story. But like, yeah, all of this over a bag of ice. And looking back on it, I told my friends, we should not have paid for the stuff at the GS. Like, when we were at the counter, we should have just left everything on the counter. Left the store, and we should have went to see you and just let her put all that stuff back by herself, because that's how petty I am. Like, I might not talk back to you, but I'm petty in other ways. But yeah, dang, I wish we did that. I wish we did not pay for that stuff. I wish we left it on the counter and went to see you, and then she would have had to put all that stuff back in like multiple fridges that we went to, and she could put back that new bag of ice where it came from and not in that crusty freezer next to the counter, like her personal use freezer, I guess. But she could have been nice about it the first time and none of this would have happened. But yeah, that is the story about the crazy GS lady who is crazy for no reason over a bag of ice. But like I said, I have a lot of crazy stories like this. Like, this was just from last year, but multiple stories throughout the years. And when I'm with Angelica, we always run into like weird people, interesting people. There's always a story to tell. But yeah, that is the end of this story. Hopefully you don't have any experiences with other crazy anyone's. But yeah, I also had an incident at another GS. I guess I could tell that another time, but why all these GS people being crazy? Like, if you don't like your job, then don't work there. Like, like something so simple about ice, you could just be nice about it. Anyway, so yeah, that's the end of this story. And please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, all that. And I'll see you in the next story time. Bye.